All right, we're going. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday, October 7th, 2011. We're going to go over the morning's trades. We're not going to go over what we talked about in the meeting last night, but we'll go over the morning's trades. We'll go over the options. We'll go over everything that we've done so far today. Okay. So far in the morning, we are up 30 ticks on the ES and 18 ticks on the YM. Okay, and 30 on the ES and 18 on the YM. 30 times 12.5 is 375 plus minus 10. That's $465 a contract in the first 2 hours today. Now let's not focus on the actual dollar amount. Let's just focus on the trades for right now. Okay. We'll scroll over here and we'll go to the ES first. The ES 4-tick range. Now we had a lot of information this morning, courtesy of the folks, our partners in the partners meeting last night. Lots of things that we were looking at in the morning session, and things that we'll continue to look at and watch. I want to thank everyone again, all the partners last night, for all the contributions they made in the partners meeting, and I think it's benefiting everyone. Let's see. Right here, we started out the day by missing this first trade. All right, we missed this first short trade that obviously went on for a 2-point win. We did, and here we go. We did take the next short trade that also went on for a 2-point win. You see we had a bubble over here and a pullback here. We had a bubble here with a pullback here. So at this point, we were up 8 ticks. Actually, I think we were up 7. We only got 7 ticks out of that first one. Our next trade was over here. We had a nice bubble expanding right here, and the pullback was right here. We did get our 8 ticks out of that one. That put us up 15. The next one that we took, that was at 10. I think the next one we took might have actually been on the 10K, but we'll scroll through and see. I think we may have missed one in here somewhere. I'm trying to scroll through and see anyway. Let my charts catch up to my mouse. Okay, we did take another one in here. All right, right there, that put us up 23. And over here, we went long there, and we got out over here at break even. Okay, so we were still plus 23 at that point. We missed this short trade right over here. That won, so we missed 2 trades that won. We were plus 23 there, and we missed 2 trades that won. Actually, we missed 3 trades that won. So the 3 trades that won would have been another 24 ticks. We were plus 23 at this point. We took a short right here and got out at break even right there. That went on to win as well. And I think that was it on the 10K chart that we took. All right, that's what we did this morning on the 10K. Now, coming over here to the 10K, that was the 4-tick range chart. Coming over here to the 10K, we had 2 trades that set up for us. We missed this first one after the initial bullish cross of the BBC. We had a pullback down here to the BBC. That one went right up here to the MA1 and got trapped inside the MA1 there. We were actually long over here at the time, I think, on the 4-tick range. The next trade was a nice opportunity here after we had a pierce of the envelope down here on the DMT, suggesting we're going to have a 5 to 6 point move down. We had the price pull back up to the BBC here after we had a bearish cross. That was a perfect opportunity. We took that, and I think we actually got 9 ticks out of that one. That put us at where we are right now, at plus 30. Okay, or maybe we must have got 7, yeah, because we're plus 23. We got 7 ticks. When it slipped my stops around, because I slipped a tick when I entered it. I entered with an MIT order, which means market if touched, just to guarantee the entry. Okay, and that was it on the ES. Now over here on the YM, I think I only took a couple of trades here on the YM. Hang on. It was off the 500 contract that I took the trades. And let me go through here. Scroll all the way back here. Here we go. This was the first trade that I took. We had a bearish cross with a pullback up to the BBC. And from that pullback to the BBC, we dropped down here. I kept saying when the trade was happening that we needed to get on the other side of the MA1 here. Once we got on the other side of the MA1, the price moved down nicely. I got 14 ticks on that one, I think is what I ended up taking. Then price moved along. We had the bullish cross here, but we didn't have any space in here on the pullback to the BBC until over here. And I think over here when this actually happened, I was doing something else. I was trading somewhere else. So I didn't really focus on it all that much. We did have another bullish cross right here with a pullback to the BBC. Now right here we would have anticipated this moving up to the MA1, which is exactly what it did. Right here from the BBC up to the MA1. The next opportunity was right here, and I missed this one totally. Let me mark it. Okay, the next opportunity was right there on the short side, and that one obviously went on for a nice 20 tick gain. And let me just make this orange. For those of you guys who don't know, who are new in here, the ones that are orange are trades that set up that I didn't take, and the ones that are yellow are trades that set up that I did take. You know what, this is just taking too long to put together, so I'm just going to close it if I can. There it goes. Alright, I won't do that again because it used up too much of my resources here. Alright, so price moved over here and we had a pullback up to the BBC right here. I got into this trade and I took a 3 tick loss on it. I was at plus 21 ticks and I took a 3 tick loss on this trade because I was anticipating the thing moving down, and when it came up here and it didn't show any signs of weakness, you know, this bar didn't close below the MA1, below the BBC. I said I'm just going to get out of it if it doesn't close below the BBC, and it didn't, so I got out of the trade. That was the last trade that I took over there. Okay, you see all these big chops in here right now. That was because Fitch just downgraded Italy. That's what Dwayne said a few minutes ago. Now, we'll jump over here quickly. This is an 8 tick range on the ES. Not on the ES, on the YM. And I did take a trade over here this morning as well. That's how I got from 14 ticks to 21 and then minus the 3 to 18. I think it was... Where was it? It was back here somewhere. It was one of these pullbacks to the BBC. I think it was this one right here. The pullback to the BBC right here. Okay, it works basically the same way as the 4 tick range on the ES. But I think that was the one that I got a few ticks out of that one. 7 ticks, I think. Alright, and that was the morning trading. Okay, so we ended plus 18 ticks on the YM and plus 30 ticks on the ES. Okay. Now for the options, I'll show you some things about the options. Excuse me. We had bought Dwayne had bought these 1135 calls and I had the 1120 calls. The 1120s were in at 34, the 1135s were in at 24. Obviously, there was opportunity. This was 4 p.m. yesterday, or yesterday afternoon, 4 p.m. There was opportunity to take profit. Price at that time, you can see right here, was at 1159. This morning when the employment news came out, price popped up to the 1173 level. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any readings on this stuff at that time, but it did jump up quite a bit. I think I'm not sure, the 1135s, I have 52.5 was the high today on the 1135s. Okay, I can slide this over here. You guys can see I took a quick screenshot of it this morning. And these are the 1135 calls. They were 47.75 by 49, with 52.5 being the high. And the 1120s were 58.50 by 60, with the last being 55.75. But that was from this morning. Let's see. I'm sure the screenshot has the actual time on it too. 9:30 this morning. Okay, that's Eastern time. So I sent out an email, I think Thursday night, when the calls were up. I think in the email I said the calls are up nicely and I expect the next level to be the 46, 47 area. Let me just find the email and I'll put it in here if I can find it. I think I said the next level should be the 46, 47 area, and after the 46, 47 area, we should see, if it gets through that level, then we'll probably see 70, 71 in that area. Okay, now I'll bring that up here so I can show it to you. Robert, the news was that Fitch downgraded Italy. Okay, that's what the news was. Sorry guys, I'm just replying to the questions as well in here. I know I'm still recording, so I'm gonna try to limit that. But you could see the options did well again. Now, granted, this is 3 right out of the box, but there's no reason to expect that the 3 right out of the box is any type of anomaly at this point. Okay. Hang on, I'm just looking for the actual email that I sent. Here it is. Nope. Oops, I gotta go back. I just found the right one. On October 4th, I said I was looking at the 1120 calls. And on the same day, I'll show you right here. On the same day, this was the email that I had sent. It said, guys, the 1120 calls and 1135 calls are up nicely. Next stop on the way up, if you want to hold them, is 1146.47. After that, it's all the way up to 1170. I think we may be seeing some retracement before then, but the options were priced as seen in the attachment. And I showed you guys the attachment the other day. But that was on October 5th. And shortly after I sent that email, 2 days ago, price did go up to 1146, 1147. It actually went a little farther than that, and then after that it popped up to the this morning it popped up to the 1170 area, 1173, giving us a nice opportunity with the options. Now, some of you who have been around here for a long time may be wondering what we're doing with all this option stuff, and honestly, we're just giving you one more tool. There's one more tool, one more way to earn income. And some of you folks, you can't sit at a computer all day and trade, or you can't sit at a computer during the first 2 hours and trade. And this is another way for you to take advantage of the value that we offer through our mentorship and partner program at CFRN. Okay. That said, the partner is when we get another opportunity here on the calls or on the puts. The puts are going to be next. I'll let you know if we're going to get something. It's possible we may get something trigger in today, but I will let you know. I'll let everybody know through an email. Okay. I believe I have you all on an email right now. I believe you're all on the proper email list anyway. All right. So again, the puts. I mean the calls that we had this time around made. They made. I think they made better than 80%. At least there was an opportunity to make better than 80%. I'm sure there was an opportunity to make better than 70%. The calls the first time, there was an opportunity to make better than 70%. The puts, there was an opportunity to make better than 175%. And just the regular trading today, the ES we're up 30 ticks, and the YM we're up 18 ticks. Okay, and just the regular trading on the futures, regular day trading. All right, that's where I'm going to wrap up the recording for right now.